Ayurveda. The word is kusht, it comes under kusht, but the main misconception everybody takes kusht is that it is confused with leprosy. So in Ayurveda, as most of us might be knowing, that kusht is not just leprosy, it is just the term used for skin disorders. And in those skin disorders, vitiligo or leukoderma is one of them. And since in modern science there is no particular answer for this specific disease, in Ayurveda, the treatment was already mentioned in our textbooks. It was already mentioned in 5,000 years back, but there was no concrete work done on it specifically with relation to this, because it comes with a lot of mental trauma. So as sir asked us to share about the mental health as well, so we are already treating our patients with taking in consideration with the mental health and the physical well-being, because this disease in which the patient is losing its skin color, it is basically, if you are in a marketing job or a public speaking job, or kids who are going to school, or girls who are about to get married. So a lot of stigma is attached with this disease. And since we are consulting not only in India, we are doing all over India. We are visiting and consulting the patients, and internationally as well, online consultations are being done. So what I see is it doesn't matter, it doesn't really come down to just some financial community or a religious community, or India or outside India. This disease comes with a mental setback to the patient, because it directly affects your appearance, how you look, and people are more concerned about how they look. So that's where the mental counseling comes in, and that's after that, the medicine which we are using is actually a research product. So it is not just that we are saying, or I am particularly saying as a doctor, that it is going to work. It is well validated and well clinically researched medicine, along with obviously counseling and other medicines which are being used. So the medicine was researched by Ministry of Defense India, DRDO, and launched 10 years back. And since then we have almost consulted with 2 lakh patients all over the world, I would say. Mainly, if I talk about internationally, apart from India, the patients have been mostly from USA and Europe. I have seen a better result outcome, because I think people do understand the value of the nutrition coming with Ayurvedic medicines. It's not just the medicine which is going to work. So yes, the diet and the counseling and the medicine, when works in synergism, it does give wonderful results. As so as we have also seen 100% recovery from totally white patient, I would say, a patient who has come to us with a total loss of pigmentation. So that is there. And if we talk about how we can help in the international market as per Ayurveda, I would say the medicine, since I belong to Amil Pharmaceuticals, which has been manufacturing herbal medicine since 36 years now. So basically I have been born, and I have this I don't have to look out anywhere else. So it is always around us. So I would say that the demand of Ayurvedic medicines is rising every day, because people have understood that diseases where modern science is not having concrete answers, Ayurveda might have some answers. But yes, when we talk about the results, it mostly and more importantly depends on the herb quality. So the herbs which are mentioned in the text today, if you're using, say, dalchini, cinnamon, if you're using, so dalchini comes in so many varieties. You might be using cinnamon all your life, but you won't see the results it's promising in diabetes. So when you use a good quality cinnamon, taking from South India, validating the quality of the cinnamon, so then you will see the results Ayurveda is promising. So I think when internationally we talk about taking Ayurveda ahead, it is a very right time right now, because the right environment and the right conditions which a good herb needs to be developed is with India. So when we develop a good herb into a good formulation, by good I mean functional, which works and delivers what it is promising. So I think it would be really beneficial because as doctors, sometimes what happens is, if a patient comes with a disease, like for me also, when a patient comes to me for a disease where, you know, people have been rejected by so many treatment, they are facing so much failure, 14 years, 15 years, by allopathy medicines, by homeopathy medicines, for vitiligo, I would say specifically here. So they are confused, and I think it's very normal to have that kind of feeling, and it takes a lot of guts to, you know, trust something जिसका किसी को पता नहीं है, nobody is sure. But when we talk and when we share about the research which is backing up the medicine or the treatment, and then obviously we, right now the time is like that, we cannot just talk about vat, pit, cough and expect people to understand what is Ayurveda. Right now we need to present Ayurveda in a language which the world can listen up to, which the world can understand and relate to. And that's what we did. Leukosin, the medicine which I'm talking about, which we use primarily in our treatment, is basically a research product in which a herb, which is babji, which is a very renowned herb used for leukoderma. But what the scientists did were, they took the best combination of the herbs from the best weather conditions which permitted, and made a combination and presented it to the world in the way they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear about the why copper is needed in this disease, why, what kind of sulfahydryl group bonds with copper, and the melanin production is hampered. So we cannot just talk about the things which are as given in our text. We need to make them understand, and then yes, everybody is ready to listen, they are interested, and they want scientifically backed up that data. So this is, I think this is the right time, and a lot of people are doing so, and this is highly appreciable, and that's what makes us, you know, proudly we can tell anyone, you know, we are working in this particular field on this particular disease. And we are seeing wonderful results with Ayurveda, because when people share their stories, we have a lot of testimonials, patient testimonials, where patients are coming up, they're sharing their experiences, that, you know, we were not getting any results with allopathy, with steroids, or, you know, liver functions were damaged for kids. Like, there are thousands and thousands of stories. So it's heartening to know about this, that yes, Ayurveda is making a difference to them. And that's what we are doing. And a lot of testimonials, we have been actually into education as well, whereas we are making the patient aware of the disease and its implications and the causes. Because Ayurveda, you know, निदान परिवर्जनम is the first thing which we talk about in any disease, कि आप निदान जो कारण है, अगर आप, you know, the reason, the whole reason of the disease is taken off, you would see good results if only this is done. So when people don't know about the you know, causative factor only, so they get confused. So when we talk about awareness, we have been doing a talk show which has been running on a health channel and YouTube. Over 300 videos have been shot for leukoderma and diabetes as well. So education wise also, it is very important for doctors to come up and educate the people and empower the people. Basically right now, as sir said, that during lockdown the mental health has taken a toll. Yes, it is, for kids especially, and it is right now is the, I think, utmost important time to focus on the mental health. And yes, Ayurveda is the only source which can you know, work in terms of achieving this goal. Because in Ayurveda, it is never about physical wellness, it is always about the mental and the physical wellness. And it is not just the absence of disease. Ayurveda is never just the absence of disease. So yes, Ayurveda talks about wellness, physical or mental wellness can be achieved in many ways. And since we are dealing with a disease which comes with a mental you know, problem, like a lot of social stigma people have to face in daily day-to-day life. So yes, it takes a lot of counseling, talking to the patient and giving the right information out there to make them trust Ayurveda. So this is all I wanted to share today.
Thank you, thank you, thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Dr. Nitika Kohli. Some questions we will take on later on with you. Thanks a lot, very kind of you. Mr. Sandip Patel, we would request you, you can unmute your mic and kindly share your thought process so that we can have you at the center stage. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sandip Patel, Dr. Ayurveda, He is from Rajkot, that is in Gujarat. So world over, hearty welcome to you, Patel sir.
Good evening to all. Good afternoon or morning, based on the time zone wherever you are. And thanking Mr. Dr. Sharma for giving me a chance to present myself. I'm Sandip Patel, one of the directors in the company which manufactures Ayurvedic medicines since 1990, 1981. Ayurveda Private Limited, based in Gujarat, in India. We as a whole have processed and passed on through the time and phase where we have been exposed and basically a non-technical person, but being an engineer have been into the Ayurveda, and which has fascinated me from my father and uncle who have been practicing. And being a process, it has come to us that serving humanity in the process, in well of time, in commerce, and in a social responsibility. But as such, when we processed, we have passed through the phase, we have multiple divisions in ethical as well as wellness divisions. And Ayurveda as such is a holistic approach where basically it's a balance of mind, body, and soul. If you take care of the whole soul approach as Ayurveda, the basic fundamental of life is fulfilled. If we want to progress, we have to have a healthy society. And only if we take care, as Dr. Sharma rightly said, that in India, the culture itself, Ayurveda says that we all as a family are one. And if we all treat and communicate and share the information that we all have across, we progress faster. So sometimes we, on a commercial basis, we reluctantly share data which restricts the progress overall for the humanity. Today is the time when we all unite on a same platform. And if we bring forward, because at one point, even Ayurveda was lost because somebody did not share it for their own interest. As Sharma Sahab rightly said, that if we do not share, it ultimately goes to the graveyard. Okay. So what we feel, if we all unite for the common problem as what we all are seeing right now, that what nature can give us if we do not work in coordinately, working in pattern and harmony with the nature. So basically कि भाई अगर हम खुल के, if we all come up with the same common idea on the same platform and share our experiences and share our data's experiences and whatever knowledge which we have gained over time, we can give better things to humanity in a shorter period. And because life for everybody is limited, so if we all want to progress, we have a limited time phase in which we should come up and shoulder each other and give ideas for betterment, which will ultimately help the humanity and which will enrich Ayurveda and will put Ayurveda at a global level with more understanding, with more clarity. Because if we say Ayurveda has a lot to give, it's only that we have not been able to express it rightly in the term what the global nation wants it to. But I would put it forward here that if faith is there, then there's something what you can give beyond. Because if faith is there, even placebos work in clinical trials. So it's just the faith which is working in the patient, not the placebo medicine itself. So it proves that if we can give, if we put faith and if we can harmony, shoulder to shoulder, if we work with all on the same platform, we can give much better in what Ayurveda has to offer. And Ayurveda can come up, and Ayurveda is having the capacity to go globally. And because we need to work and we need to express our ideas, and we need to work in a scientific way where we can put forward the presentable Ayurveda on the global level. Today, being a pharma company, we are into manufacturing, processing, and herbal formulations. We have herbal formulations, we have herbal cosmetics, we have different divisions, and we are also shortly coming in with phytonutraceuticals, which is today's need. So today, if globally, if you want to address, we have to give it in a global presentable way with facts and figures and data. Today, what happens is the commercial aspect, whatever is there, everybody is working there. Nobody is working where, see, for example, I'll give you a simple example that a herbal, any herb, by and large, is a multi-alkaloid content. It's not a single alkaloid. So when we are talking about, we always try to give the major alkaloid, we try to prove and we try to give the advantages, and we commercialize on that, and only the work on the major alkaloid is generally done. By the passive alkaloids, as nature rightly says, nothing is there in the world without a purpose. Okay, so there are passive alkaloids which are doing the work. So as a whole, the plant material being a stable plant material by nature, it has got multi-alkaloids, but the passive alkaloids have not been worked on because they have no commercial value, because it does not yield any commercial purpose. So what I mean to say is that this is just an example that because Ayurveda as such is a complex, it's interrelated, it's a holistic approach to live a better life. It is not a single thing that only a Ayurveda itself cures something or attends to something. You have to see the whole problem, and the whole problem, if addressed properly, gives you the right life and the life that a person would want to live. For example, when we talk about yoga, by and large, what yoga? We are only talking about asana. Actually, yoga is Ashtanga yoga, that 8 branches. We only represent the single branch of yoga as asana. Actually, it is yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, dharana, dhyan, samadhi. So the other parts or limbs are generally not emphasized so much. But if we want to lead a life, and if you want to go globally, and if you would like to create awareness of Ayurveda as such, the basic awareness of Ayurveda with the basic knowledge, we have to go put forward till the point the curiosity or the inquisitive for the global does not arise, the acceptance is limited. So when the basic awareness goes, the inquisitive, the awareness, the questioning and the awareness itself creates the acceptance later on. So here I would like to give forward that we being into the Ayurveda since long, we have tried to give multiple type of products right from our inceptions, that IU Labs Private Limited has tried to give the society whatever basic need at the time, whatever was required, and we right from beginning have tried to give the segments, basic segments that our range of product covers are gynec, derma, pedia, ortho, and coming with phytonutraceuticals also. And we have also given products right from in late 80s in soft gelatin capsules, in soft gel, hard capsules and all. But what basically we have tried to give a modern approach, modern look, modern presentations for the products well accepted by the uh, requirement of the global, as well as well accept whatever the products that require as per the needs and time. But Ayurveda, Dr. Saab, I very much agree with you, and I'm very much thankful that you give me a space to present my ideas here to the nation on behalf of being one of the panelists. And I thank you very much for the participant.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Sandip Patelji. It was so very kind of you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me now come to the most handsome Ayurvedist. Let me just introduce you. He looks like a celebrity, less a Ayurvedist, more a celebrity. डॉक्टर जुनेजा, पहले तो आपको बताना होगा आपका राज कि आप इतने हैंडसम, इतने खुश और इतने इतने अच्छे ये सब कैसे लगते हैं, एंड सेकेंडली आप कैसे मेंटेन कर रहे हैं, और आयुर्वेदा को हम वर्ल्ड ओवर कैसे लेके चलें, और कुछ एक प्रैक्टिकल लोगों की समस्याएं वर्ल्ड ओवर हैं, उनकी भी हम बातचीत करना चाहेंगे आपके साथ. सो फर्स्ट लेट्स हियर यू, एंड देन later on we will take question answer right from all the continents and different parts.
Right. Thank you so much, sir, and thank you first of all for the nice words. It's always good being hearing all these kind words from you. However, I can consider myself second to, as compared to your I can say aura and your overall glow at this age. We all wish that at your age we will be at the same glow and same aura and same energy. By the way, I know that from the early hours of the morning you are on, and you are doing so many webinars and sessions and talks. Still till the last hour of the evening you are as active, as energetic. So we always get this motivation from you. I am seeing all your previous webinars and sessions throughout these weeks. So first of all, welcome all of you. I can see that from across the world, people are listening to us today. Middle East, Southeast Asia, and far from the US and Canada as well. And thank you so much for joining us today. I will be quickly starting my talk. I am delivering a brief presentation also. The topic of the day is infertility. Although as Dr. Gulshan discussed that I am an Ayurveda physician and I am taking several cases as far as Ayurveda is concerned. Because in Ayurveda, see, although we all know that we have specialists and we have specific doctors taking specific diseases in allopathy. However, in Ayurveda, by virtue of our role and by virtue of our placement, we tend to get several cases of several specialties. If I talk about my own experience and own clinical practice, so I'm getting diseases and queries and patients right away from the children or pediatric age group of delayed growth or recurrent infection to improve the immunity and all, to the senior citizens in terms of joint pains, osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and these kind of stuff, to the younger generation. And the specific issue which we'll be talking today is infertility. And to infertility, there are several issues of male and female health are also related. So I request all of you to let's first of all take this session and let's understand various aspects in which Ayurveda can help us, and accordingly we can take it forward in terms of other health issues or other health queries if you people have. We can maybe discuss in the question and answer session today. So let's quickly understand, and as we know that many population and many people are there from the developed countries in this session, and who will be listening this session after the live as well. So we can see some data that in 1 in 4 US couples has this infertility issue, and in India, in fact, we are also seeing it is growing. So I can say right now the data is moreover similar in the urban population of India, and if we combine the rural, it can be 1 in 10 as well. So it is growing on an alarming phase. And by the way, I want to break this taboo, and I know that in developed countries this is not, but still in India and several developing countries we are facing the taboo that if we see the case of infertility, or if we see that there is a couple who is suffering from this, many times people are blaming female, and many times families are pointing out the fingers on female. However, we can see from the data also it's equal. 40% are due to male and 40% are due to female, and 20% is the combination as well. So if we see that 60% is non-female many times, so or maybe 50-50 I can say. So it's not right to point out a specific gender as far as infertility issue is concerned. Now, if we can see the global data, and it is decreasing day by day. The concern is, if you can see the map, apart from the African countries, entire world is now on the positive note. It is good that we have to control the population, So the number of kids should be less. However, the issue is this 0 to 1. So people are not able to get at least a single kid. We were discussing in the pre-session discussion that another aspect of seeing this is many orphan will get families and that kind of stuff, which is fine. Still, for a normal procedure, and if for a couple, we have to ensure that at least one kid they can produce and have their on their own. So that issue is getting alarming at an alarming rate. It is increasing, and you can see the color is getting lighter and lighter, means it is going towards 1 or 0 in many countries, which is a matter of concern right now. And many countries are at a negative growth as well of their population. And there are some projections again. The blue, which is getting darker, means the countries are having less fertility or maybe negligible fertility in terms of the reproductive quality of life is concerned, reproductive age is concerned, or that kind of stuff. So that is also on an alarming speed right now, increasing across the world. And as I said again, the causes are equivalent. It can be equally females and equally responsible males, and then mix infertility. And sometimes you can see the unexplained infertility are also there. So just starting with my purview and my experience, I am a very like you can say an average Ayurveda doctor at a very small clinical practice. I'm trying to manage several cases, and if we can just calculate the score, maybe around 1,000 cases till now we have managed as far as infertility is concerned. So why you will all listen to me? Why you will all pay attention to my talk? And why you will see that okay, this person or this doctor may have a solution? The answer to that is evidence. So we will not believe anyone if we will not see the evidence, we will not see the proof. These days everybody is looking for proof and evidence, and in the entire globe the evidence-based systems and the evidence-based Ayurveda will be established across the world. So as far as the clinician is concerned, as far as a private practitioner with a small clinic is concerned, the best evidence is the feedback which we get from our patients and people who are suffering from years. And I can see the pain, the misery, the frustration, the irritation of those couples and those people who are suffering from years, and they are trying to conceive, but they are maybe due to chemical exposures. They are, I don't want to criticize any pathy here, but there are certain limitations with certain pathies. So on the same note, emergency surgery and many other aspects are excellent as far as allopathic system of medicine is concerned. On the same note, they don't have exactly the solution as far as the infertility is concerned. And we have seen in Ayurveda with simple medicines, and it's not about me. Many Ayurveda doctors across the country and across the globe are treating infertility cases. And we have seen that, and you can just read out these reviews, that we have seen that we are able to heal the pain, we are able to heal the misery and frustration. And within few months, I can't claim the exact duration, but we have seen within 3 to 4 months, many people are getting success. And maximum, I remember around 8.5 months, we have seen one couple, and more than 80 to 90% cases till now, which we have taken. On the first day, we finalize and we decide that whether we will take this case or not. If we are able to help them out, we will take. If we are not able to help them out, we strictly refuse on the day one. So whatever the cases we have taken, around 80 to 90% cases, we are able to heal them and help them as far as their issues were concerned. And I've just picked some few. This one was lady from Delhi. She conceived and delivered a baby early this year. And she was frustrated and visited several doctors prior to me. I was, I think, her 8th or 9th doctor, which she quoted to me. And you can just read that she was having so many issues along with cyst and PCOD, but ultimately she conceived and she delivered a healthy baby boy. So all these examples are there. Another lady having para-ovarian cyst. So all these examples, and there were some males as well. So this is one example as far as this husband was also having some issue along with her wife, and both got healed, and within I think 5 months they were able to conceive naturally. So all these cases I have just mentioned, and this is another person. He was a male, by the way, the husband, and he got healed, and then they successfully managed to get conceived. So the point here is I want to just show you all these examples, and there are hundreds of examples available across the Google or Facebook profile and pages of our clinic, so that you can have this faith and have this thing in your mind that yes, these people are able to heal and are able to cure as far as the infertility issue is concerned. And we have seen from our experience from last so many years now that there are certain triggers and certain issues which we need to check so that we can heal that. So let's discuss and understand those quickly so that all of you can give a thought process, and anyone in your family, near and dear, your friends, anyone is suffering from infertility, please ask them to, I'm not asking about us, any good Ayurveda doctor, you can just ask them to follow Ayurveda, and definitely they can get success and they can cure and they can get healed. So as per the WHO, it's a disease. The point here is, if maximum 12 months the couple is trying, the husband and wife are trying, and they are not able to get a natural pregnancy, the wife is not able to get conceived. So maximum time is 12 months of unprotected relationship. So that is the ideal definition. So many people are asking, okay, how many months or what is the exact time we need to wait, and then we need to check whether we are able to conceive naturally or not. So the maximum time is 12 months. And there are several reasons. In fact, if you can see several reasons, and that is a very important slide, because many times we have seen people are confused. People are not able to figure out, people are not able to understand that, okay, what are the reasons and why they are facing this issue. Many times, as I said initially, people are just pointing out and just focused on the female aspect of the infertility, and they are not at all checking with a simple semen analysis or a serum testosterone hormone of a male. We can figure out that, okay, there are issues in the count, there are issues in the motility or morphology of the semen. And prior to that, many times people are not able to make the relationship successfully due to, again, male health issues like erectile dysfunction or premature ejaculation. So these simple issues we need to handle, and in Ayurveda we can easily heal that with simple Ayurveda medicines within many times few weeks or few months of treatment. And we have seen in many cases female was absolutely fine, and when we have healed these issues with male counterparts, we got success and we got results. So we always counsel and we always discuss any infertility case with both husband and wife together, so that we are able to figure out what exactly the reason is. Then in female, we have seen PCOD is getting like an epidemic these days. Then uterine fibroids, tubal blockage cases, ovarian cysts, low AMH, means many times we have seen these days people are getting married late. So after 30, 35, especially after 35, AMH is getting decreased, and although having a complete healthy case, many times females are not able to conceive due to the low AMH. And there is no medicine or no treatment across the world, across the pathies, apart from Ayurveda, which can increase the AMH. So that is also a concern, especially in the late pregnancies. And many times people are getting failures. They have done IVF, but IVF got failed, 2 to 3 cycles failure and all. We have dealt with all these cases, and we are able to success them in terms of the natural or maybe sometimes IUI or IVF by Ayurveda, by helping them and adding Ayurveda to them. Then diet and lifestyle issues are there, irregular diet patterns, sedentary lifestyle, mental health, as already initially it has been discussed, due to stress, anxiety, depression. All these aspects are there, and many people are not able to make relationship in a healthy way, or it is also affecting their fertility as well. Then delayed marriages, lack of awareness about all these aspects. So these are the broadly reasons which we have seen. And if we are able to figure out, and the most important thing is find out the reason why you are not able to get conceived, because many times doctors are not just finding out the exact reason, and also the husband and wife are not coming up and openly discussing all the aspects of their relationship with the doctor. So that is the main thing which we need to understand, because if we doctors will get the entire picture of your case, then we will be able to heal you, and Ayurveda can play a significant role. So now let's talk about some solutions. So first of all, see, medical management and other managements are the second level of treatment. I always recommend and ask my patients to check their diet, to check their lifestyle, because diet and lifestyle are the 50% as far as your treatment is concerned. You should take more and more healthy grains. The gluten should be less in your diet, and more non-gluten healthy grain should be more. You should increase the intake of protein and iron as far as your diet is concerned. And you can get from vegetarian source or non-vegetarian source, that is again as per your interest. But yes, we prefer healthy way of getting protein and iron. Then water or fluids are very important. Many times we have seen people are taking less water as compared to their requirement, and especially in females having issues related to the cyst and related to the PCOD and that kind of stuff. they have to take plenty of water and fruits. Dry fruits are a very good source of minerals and vitamins. So you should take plenty of dry fruits and avoid trans fat, saturated fat. Then in lifestyle, always do walk, always do yoga, pranayam, meditation. So these kind of healthy lifestyle aspects you should mention while talking to a doctor and while taking the treatment. And like for example, you should always do at least 10 to 12,000 steps in a day. You should also do basic yoga asanas, and then meditation is very very required. And meditation is nothing, by the way. Just close your eyes, count till 100 without thinking anything else. It's your meditation. That's it. Just listen whatever the song you like. Just talk to any person you like. So that is a meditation. It's not you have to just take a religious mode or just follow a guru. That is fine. That is fine. But the thing is, you have to just focus within yourself, and the best meditation is self meditation. Then medical management, Ayurveda, there are so many Ayurveda medicines are there. There are herbal treatments, there are herbo mineral treatments. So it depends. And by the way, many times people are quoting that Ayurveda medicines are having heavy metals, lead, arsenic, mercury, and that kind of thing, which is fine. But there are so many companies who are producing these medicines with safety parameters intact. And we have seen and we have given so many patients so many these medicines, and when they have done their heavy metal toxicity blood examinations, there is negligible level of heavy metals in their blood after giving these medicines. So these are all basically scientifically developed medicines, will not harm you. And all the heavy metals and all the these ingredients are prepared and processed in a way that ultimately they are converted into a nano form, and nano silver, nano gold. And these technologies are, by the way, more prevalent these days in most of the cases in terms of the CA, cancers and all. So all these are, the point is we have to just get from a good company and with all the reports intact, so that we ensure as a doctor that we are getting from a good company. And then there are some procedures and treatments as well from Panchkarma, because sometimes what happens is with medicines, many cases are responding, but few cases are not responding that much with medicine. So we do some kind of therapies and treatments, some kind of detoxification, and some Uttarvasti specifically is given to females. It is a per vaginal route of giving the medicines. And we have seen excellent results in terms of cyst and PCOD and fibroids. With few sittings of Uttarvasti, we are able to heal fibroid, cyst and PCOD, which they were suffering from so many years. So all these treatments and all these medications should always be taken under the strict guidance of a medical practitioner. However, I have learned from the past events that Gulshan ji always asks us to recommend some herbs or some tips to all of you who are listening to us. So these are just top 5 herbs as per my practice I have seen. And again, I have written in bracket, I am again and again quoting this: never ever take any herb without a medical supervision, without consulting a doctor. So these can have side effects if you're not taking without a proper guidance, but still you can take as a supplement. And by the way, Safed Musli, for example, again, people think that it is for males only. No, females can get equal benefited from this herb as well as the males. So ashwagandha, we all know it's a like a leading herb right now, and very, very effective in cases of infertility. Shatavari, specifically for females, we have seen excellent results. Ashoka, again related to the monthly issues, the monthly cycle, painful periods and all. And saffron, specifically for the male, having excellent results. And if we have a good quality saffron, I know some friends are here and some listeners are here from Middle East. So Iran and these countries are having good quality of saffron. And in North, in Kashmir, we have very good quality of saffron. So it is an excellent herb, an excellent ingredient which we can use in a day-to-day life to ensure that we are getting good levels of our fertility and hormones, so that we can conceive naturally. So all these, again, you can just consult a good Ayurveda physician and a doctor, and according to your prakriti and your body type, they can recommend you for general purpose. Because many can ask, okay, we are absolutely fine, we are healthy, but still maybe we can have some aspects as a food or as an supplement which we will ensure that okay, we are fertile and we are healthy in terms of our fertility aspect is concerned. So these are some herbs as per my experience I have just listed down. And this is the best picture I get from my patients, and I keep on getting this in the morning. And by blessings of the God, I can say, by our seniors, our elders, our parents, families and friends and well-wishers like you, we are able to heal. And I think apart from okay, doing the practice and generating income or source of income from livelihood, the best satisfaction in this world is to help these couples. And if you are in the process and you can bring a new life to this earth, to this globe, I think that is the best thing, best feeling we can get as our job satisfaction. So I request all of you to, the entire idea of doing this presentation and discussion was to make you aware that yes, Ayurveda can help all of you. Whosoever is having any issue, we can help you. And by the way, with a very, very minimum expense, with a very, very minimum cost, you all can get benefited. And we have also started the global practice right now. You all can reach us. This is my website. And again, by blessings of our seniors and uh, God and family and friends of my parents and my family, we got accredited and we got some awards as well. And we have already launched this website. So across the globe, patients are reaching us. We are already treating several patients from US, Texas, Virginia, California, New York, New Jersey, Canada, Toronto, Vancouver, then UK, Birmingham and all, and then Australia, Melbourne, Sydney, Canberra. And we have some patients from Indonesia and Philippines as well. And several patients are there in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and several other parts of the world. So I request all of you to get in touch with us, and any query, any issue, any point you want to discuss, you can just post your query on this website. You can just type my name. You will find certain portals and certain websites. This is my online consultation portal, which you can reach to us. And thank you so much again to Gulshan ji, to the organizers for giving me this time and for allowing me to present. And just concluding with my few last words, apart from infertility, there are several other diseases. Our focus is on all the anorectal disease. We can heal with the medicines. Then geriatric population, so many cases are there with several aspects of several kind of pain and diabetes and hypertension as well. So do let us know if any further query and any specific query you people have. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. In fact, you are getting lots of queries and lots of questions. It is coming. And you got, this is Prakritik Chikitsa and Yoga Welfare Society President, Uttar Pradesh, Dr. Ravindra Kumar Rana, who has joined. He has also complimented you. It was a wonderful. And all the questions which have come in Q&A, you can read it. Meanwhile, by the time we finish with Jaideep Baneerjee, his presentation, his views, and his interaction thereafter, there are a lot of queries which we would like to take on with you. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, let me extend a hearty welcome, and we extend a warm welcome to Mr. Jaideep Baneerjee. Kindly unmute your mic, sir. Kindly unmute your mic. Yes, hearty welcome to you. Pleasure to have you with us. And kindly share your views.
Good evening, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Kindly go ahead.
Sir, I'm thankful to you to give me this opportunity to present Salvio and my company. So first of all, I'll just like to share my views on Ayurveda. I have been a throughout marketing person, and I have been in this industry for around 30 years. Out of which the first 15 years I did extensively in allopathic. But the last 15 years I have been with Ayurveda, and I have stuck to this Ayurvedic life because I found that this is something which is very important in the future. This is my last 15 years experience. And I just wanted to share about Salvio, what is Salvio and what are my products. I would just like to introduce this. Just a minute, sir. Just a minute, sir. I'm just showing that presentation.
No worries, no worries, no worries. Please take your time. Please take your time. If you wish to take a 1 or 2 minutes, I can meanwhile finish with 1 or 2 questions.
So I'm almost
Done.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You may please take a question. I think it is taking some time. It's better.
Okay, very, very kind of you. Very kind of you. In Q&A, we got 2 questions. Dr. Junega, have you replied them?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have replied.
There were some questions for you, and I hope you have replied them. Now, there are 2 more questions which have come on my WhatsApp. I wish to share with you. Somewhere in your talk, you have mentioned late marriages, food habits, and people particularly carrying some stress, anxiety, depression, couple of other things. It's happening more in the metros. Is it because of working pressures? It's a work pressures?
Yes, sir. Actually, see what happens is due to this professional rat race, which we know that everybody is following these days. So many people think that yes, this is not the right time. Let's reach to a particular professional level, and then maybe we can plan and we can settle down, which is fine. Which I can say absolutely fine as far as growing professionally and taking your life to a certain level. However, this will cost certain aspects as far as health is concerned, and we need to understand there is a natural bio clock which is ticking in all our bodies. So if we talk about the fertile age, and it is mentioned in our classical texts of Ayurveda as well as the modern allopathic aspects are also emphasized on this, that the best age is starting from 25-26 years to 35 years is the duration or span which we can ensure that we all can plan and accordingly raise our families. Because after 35, either in females or in males, we have seen there is a sudden decrease in terms of the quality of sperm or egg, and due to the current diet and the quality of food and the lifestyle which we have, so stress will definitely be there. We can't neglect that. And so we need to understand that yes, one side we have to understand and respect that body clock, and accordingly we have to plan our goals, and personal and professional aspects needs to be balanced. And the same note, we should follow some kind of a healthy diet and lifestyle and some herbs which I have just mentioned. So just talk to any Ayurveda consultant and any Ayurveda uh, physician and take some inputs, that which kind of herbs and which kind of uh, maybe supplements, herbal supplements you people can take, and that will boost overall the aspects in your body, because that supplements are very very required in terms of getting the deficit to be covered, which is not there in terms of the diet which we are having.
Mr. Jaideep Baneerjee, are you ready, or should we go for the next question? You are ready, or should we go for next question?
You may take the question. It's coming now. It's coming.
Yeah,
See,
it
I
has
just
come.
wanted to introduce Salvio Life Sciences. A very good evening and welcome to all of you. Okay. Regarding Salvio, this brand is synonymous with safe and efficacious herbal products, bringing together the best in nature and science. Our vision is to offer wellness for one and all through our scientifically driven herbal healthcare. And the most important part of our products is we are all making the products very qualitative. All the products are tested and validated by standardized procedures, like whichever is there today in the industry, the best, like chemical analysis, heavy metal, and even products are undergoing gamma radiation to destroy the microorganisms. Regarding our specialty, we have the products to suit all the specialty. We have immunomodulators, we are having respiratory care, we are there in GI care, bone and joint care, skin care, anorectal care, UTI and kidney stones, women's care, as well as men's care. In immunomodulators, we have Ayushquat, which is the latest, which we have also manufactured. The advantage only being that while others are there in quat or in tablet, we have made it in capsule form, which is much more easier to take. We have Sepno, our immunomodulator, and also available both as syrup and capsules. In respiratory care, we have Taswas, which is for dry and productive cough, and also Lobodil, which is for allergic and bronchial problems. In GI care, we are present with our Lipful, which is our hepatoprotective. We also have Pepsto, which is for anti-ulcer. In bone and joint care, we have Ostranil, which is taking care of the arthritis, spondylitis, frozen shoulders and all. To compensate with a topical application, we have Ostranil gel also for just rubbing, and also Ostranil liniment for very good massage. In hair and skin care, we have Trisoria, which is anti-dandruff, Melatru, which is for melasma, Acspray, which is for acne and pimples. In anorectal, we are having Rectavin capsule for hemorrhoids, fissures, piles, and Rectavin cream for topical application. For UTI and kidney stone, we have Normout syrup, which is aimed at urolithiasis, and Normout tablet. In women's care, we have Putum Plus, which is for menstrual disorders. And in men's care, we have Vignor Fort capsule, which is for loss of libido. So in this way, we have developed a comprehensive range of products to suit all the products for the patients. And we are also striving to make newer products, and they are undergoing testings, and very shortly we'll launch out our new products. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Jaideep Banerjee. Thank you. Could you just close your presentation?
Yeah.
So that then we can click on.
Yes, sure.
Thank you. So, Dr. Junega, we are back with you. Dr. Piyush Junega.
Right, sir. Right, tell me.
We are back with you. We would like to request you. You mentioned in between regarding somewhere one sentence as a reference you have given in between, where you mentioned about music.
Meditation.
No, music only for meditation, or music for increasing fertility also.
Yes, because see what happens is,
This question has come from Peru.
In fact, it's a very good question. Let me just explain a bit on this, and it's basically a science and a scientific way of understanding this. What happens is either music or any other thing which makes you happy. So when we are happy, endorphins are getting released in our body more and more.
So come closer to mic. Come closer to
right,
mic.
Sir.
Increase
volume. Is it fine now? Is it fine now?
Yes, it's better.
Yeah, so I was saying that as far as the happiness is concerned and the music is concerned, the music is related to being happy. So the happiness index, or the person who is more and more happy, they are releasing more endorphins in their body. And the more endorphins we release and the more happy we are directly linked to our fertility hormones, that is testosterone in male and estrogen in females. And it's a very, very scientific established phenomena that those people who are happy and who are satisfied with their life, and in any way they are enjoying music or they are enjoying dance, or they are, and you can see specifically some countries which are having this happiness index high, they are maybe planning not to get conceived. That is another issue. But the natural infertility and the natural aspects of people suffering from this is very, very less in those countries. So yes, definitely music plays a very, very important role. And these days, due to this lockdown, this corona effect, and everybody is in tension, stress, anxiety due to loss in the work, business, and all these professional lives, we all need to stay calm, we all need to stay composed, and we all need to push back ourselves. So music will definitely play an important role. And we have seen couples suffering from infertility. We have counseled them, and we have ensured they are incorporating their hobbies in their life. So I generally personally prepare a list of hobbies and talk to them that whether they are following their hobbies or not. And we have seen a tremendous improvement and overall better results if we focus in this aspect of the like cases as well. So yes, definitely it's a scientific way of linking your good happy hormones like endorphins, which are directly connected to your fertility hormones, that is uh, testosterone and estrogen.
Okay, okay. And that lady, is she here? Our Dr. Nitika Kohli? Dr.
Yes, sir.
Nitika Kohli?
Ji.
If you're there, there's a question somebody has asked me. What are the basic causes of this disease? What
Yes.
are the basic causes? And you know, because remedy they want to take on in second stage, they say, what are the causes?
Yes. So in Ayurveda, for the one big reason for vitiligo, leukoderma, or any skin disorder and many autoimmune disorders, the first major reason is virud ahar, which is incompatible food habits. Like there are some food combinations which are not supposed to be taken together. So like milk and meat, milk and non-vegetarian food, milk and salt, milk with anything sour or citrus, and then there are 18 types of combinations, in which we have further numerous combinations which should not be done, which is virud ahar, meaning virud incompatible diet, and incompatible lifestyle as well. So it could be having a glass of cold water with your hot meal. That is also not acceptable according to Ayurveda. So these are viruddhahar, incompatible food combinations. Other than that, it could be genetic. It is 8% chances that it could be genetic. Then it is sometimes triggered by the chemical exposure of the skin to chemicals in rubber, leather, and then the gum of bindi for Indians, and then PPDs in the hair dyes. So this is called contact leukoderma. So then the other reason might be your liver functions not being at the optimum level, in which like the Ayurveda takes the gut into the consideration, which is mostly all skin diseases start in the gut. So we are talking about the gut health also here. And then stress is one of the topmost reasons these days for any skin disorder. So these are the basic causes in Ayurveda which are mentioned.
Okay, thank you. Lots of questions are pouring in with regard to joint pains, inflammation, inflammation. Anybody out of the all four, my distinguished guests, anybody would like to take on? Is there anything which could be given in Ayurveda? Because we had some speakers earlier, those have given some remedial measures. They have yet to be brought on the web portal by Anshul Agrawalji. Every time he tells me, but see, once I'm making a commitment abroad, I have to deliver that. That's what is my request. Now, anybody out of us, four panelists who have joined today, anybody would like to talk about rheumatic arthritis, or particularly all the people are those are in Canada, those are in damp weather, you know, and couple of other places they're talking about. They say that is there any natural way remedy which should be a part of your food, or which should be a part of your daily style, which can overcome or which can take care of with regard to rheumatic arthritis? Yeah. Jaideep Baneerjee sir, you got to unmute your mic.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes.
So we have been working and we have been selling products on this arthritis. So basically, as Dr. Junega is also aware, arthritis, it's of two types. So we are talking about rheumatoid arthritis and we are talking about osteoarthritis.
Okay.
So what happens is when we are talking about rheumatoid, so in rheumatoid, it is basically an autoimmune disease. So there basically it is only pain management.
Okay.
But osteoarthritis is a type of disease where apart from pain management, there is also a possibility of some regeneration of the cartilage which is lost.
Okay.
So there, you know, we have certain Ayurvedic products which we are using and there are certain ingredients like in common what we call as sajan. So what we call as sajan is there. Then we have other ingredients which are giving pain relief, helping cartilage development. That is what is there. So that we are giving in form
आप
oils
वीडियो
or
ऑफ
gels. So both
आप वीडियो ऑफ
things
कीजिए तो
get
आपका
together
ऑडियो ठीक से
actually
सुनाई
helps
देगा.
in.
हेलो जयदीप बैनर्जी, अगर आप अपना वीडियो ऑफ
Just a minute.
कीजिए तो आपका ऑडियो ठीक से सुनाई देगा. वीडियो ऑफ कीजिए. यस, नाउ गो अहेड, प्लीज गो अहेड,
Hello.
प्लीज
Yeah.
गो अहेड, प्लीज
So
गो
then,
अहेड.
yeah. So in our Ayurvedic field, we are having those type of products which are helping in also reducing the joint pains. Also, it is helping in regenerating the cartilage. So this helps in osteoarthritis along with the topical application.
Okay, so your organization, does it have any kind of a distributor or any kind of a system to deliver this medicine abroad?
See, at present, we are not marketing the products abroad, but certainly if somebody wants the products, we can always courier it. We do not have a marketing setup abroad, but pan India we do have.
Pan India you have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and you are taking care of both the kind of arthritis, because maximum are rheumatic arthritis.
See, as I told you, sir, rheumatoid arthritis is basically autoimmune disease. See, it is an autoimmune disease. Their pain management is main concern. In osteoarthritis, we can do something. We are helping, with some pain management as well as cartilage regeneration.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
That is what it is.
Okay, one last word from every speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Jaideep Banerjee. Our Sandip Patel ji, if you wish to have one last word from your side, 1 minute you get to speak on anything you want to share with global fraternity. Kindly unmute your mic, please. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sandip Patel ji,
Yeah.
1 minute you get if you wish to share anything.
Yes, sir. I would not like to share any particular thing about any particular disease or problems, but as you rightly said, that we have products which have a range of baskets which we are addressing, and like Mr. Banerjee rightly said, that we have a similar kind of products and product range. But what I would like to tell you is that the Vat, Pitta and Kapha, which are the three doshas in Ayurveda, if you take care of those, then by and large the diseases are addressed to, and the patient is relieved from particular problems, and even the symptoms disappear because of that particular thing. And we have been working on those kind of things where we can generalize the medicine based on the doshas. And I would not like to address anything in particular. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sandip ji. Dr. Junega, a minute from your side. Anything would you like to convey to global fraternity on Ayurveda on Charak Jayanti Day? Dr. Piyush Junega.
Hanji sir.
Any one minute you get it, in case if you want to convey to the global fraternity anything from your side on Ayurveda on Charak Jayanti Day.
Yeah, so first of all, thank you so much again, all the eminent speakers for joining us today. Dr. Gulshan, thank you so much for creating and providing this platform. And I also thank all the audience who are here. And I first of all want to just convey to all the world that all of you know that yes, today is Charak Jayanti, as Dr. Gulshan mentioned. And Charak is the father of medicine in all pathies. If we see the history, one of the oldest is Ayurveda, and Charak is the originator or the generator of Ayurveda medicine specifically. As Sushruta is father of surgery, that Charak is father of medicine. So on the same note, I want to also emphasize that Ayurveda is very, very scientific, and we have all these evidence in form of successful case histories and case studies and people getting healed and getting benefited. That is the best evidence we can have. So I request all of you to please consider this seriously and try to find out and let us know. I have just shared my number and email ID and all the details in the chat section. And through Dr. Gulshan also you are connected. So please let us know. We are a team. We closely work with Dr. Gulshan. So if we are able to help you and if we are able to heal you, just spread this word that you got healed with Ayurveda to the other people you are in touch and you are in contact. We just need to spread this information, and otherwise the system is entirely scientific and entirely designed and right now positioned in a best way possible. Yes, we may lack in terms of marketing, we may lack in terms of licensing and all these aspects. So seniors like Dr. Gulshan are already working on that. But me as a, again, a very, I can say, a small level of private practitioner, a clinician with a very small clinic, I just can say right now that yes, at whatever the best possible way and resources, we are trying to heal the mankind. And yes, we can heal. That is the confidence we have. So please let us know if any capacity you need, any healing, and we will definitely able to help you in that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And the last word we should have from the lady, always respectable to the ladies world over. And women empowerment is there. Women is at the back of any success anywhere. So आप बताइए चरक जयंती पे आज आप आयुर्वेदा की तरफ से पूरे वर्ल्ड को क्या कहना चाहेंगी under women empowerment from our side?
Firstly, sir, I would like to thank you and the Namo Gange team for giving me an opportunity to be here and be a part of this webinar. And today, the one thing which I think I would be repeating Dr. Junega here, that Ayurveda is a science of life. And yes, I think about women empowerment. So with respect to that, I think when more and more, females are coming out with their education, as you rightly said, when we educate a woman, we educate a family. So that's actually very right. And about Ayurveda, it's a science of life. It is well researched. It's just that when the knowledge was being passed down, it is documented in a way which is not accessible to everyone. So we as Ayurveda Acharyas are here to help the people, to help the mankind, to humanity, to make the knowledge as accessible to them. And it would be good if people come forward and ask questions like they asked today, like why the medicine, why this medicine. I always enable my patients to ask questions. So it is very important, because Ayurveda has the answers, but when put together in a right way, the right questions with the right answer will help the humanity as well. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Nitika Kohli. Thank you, Mr. Sandip Patel. Thank you, Dr. Piyush Junega. And thank you, Mr. Jaideep Baneerjee. And of course, Anshul Agrawal, who packaged this entire thing together for all of us. And my deep gratitude and thanks to each one of you, those who have joined us from the different parts. And I'm greatly, greatly, greatly thankful to my all coordinators and my advisors and my presidents in the different countries. Thank you for opening your Facebook. Thank you for the watch parties. And I think we all could share a lot together with each one of us. And some very important points being discussed. Health and wellness is very important when we are talking about the making education relevant. So look forward meeting you tomorrow morning. Don't forget 9:30 a.m. Shrimad Bhagavad Gita for making Indian education relevant. Thank you very much. With these words, namaskar. Thanks for joining. And good night to all of you. God bless to all of you. And God should keep you, your family, and everybody in wellness, because wellness is going to take a front seat, more important than health.